me, Mario. Hello. Okie dokie.
Here we go. Alright, so a little bit of background about this hack. This is one of the harder hacks out there, and it's also a pretty old hack too. This one came out in July 2012 actually, and it totally contains 120 stars and 25 different areas.
Here we go.
Yes, it's not on the same level as stuff like Treasure World or Super Mario 74 Extreme Edition or anything like that, but still high up there anyway.
Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. So long, Bowser. Here we go.
Alright, so what happened there was the bomb that you normally would throw Bowser to was actually hidden under the platform. So what you need to do is just drop Bowser off the edge for it to hit the bomb.
Let's go.
A lot of times when I hear people speaking about this hack, topic of needing to know a lot of stuff before playing this hack is what often comes up. Like, this hack is definitely not very
Here we go.
blind playthrough friendly.
Let's go.
There are lots of very lots of things that aren't very obvious to when you first come across them. Especially compared to levels made by Bro Dudes. Especially in his latest games.
Let's go. Here we go! Let's go! Here we go! Let's 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 go! Let's go! Here we go!
It's the earlier levels aren't that hard as the later levels, obviously. The difficulty curve in this game is quite steep, or to my understanding.
Here we go!
Like for example, these jumps right there are pretty basic stuff.
Let's go! Let's go!
I'm back.
Welcome back, Spaceman.
Cool, tomat. So I guess I'm gonna be watching Mop stream.
Yeah,
And
you
then
are actually
have-
live right now.
What?
You are on stream right now.
Okay. So yeah, SRM chat on phone and Mopplop stream on PC. So this game is fun. It had a great maze, as you probably saw already. Although the levels, like at the start of it, are pretty cool. The water one in the Shiver Town aren't that bad, and they're not that hard yet because it's still the start of the game. So we're just moving along.
Yeah, to my understanding, this game has a very steep difficulty curve. Am I right?
Yeah, well, steep and like sometimes it's random. Like course 8 is like 10 times harder than course 7 is.
Yeah.
So, and course 14 is like millions of times easier than course 15. So, yeah. It's just all over the place.
Yeah, and then to my understanding, the last level, Bowser 3, is like super difficult compared to the rest.
Oh yeah. I think, well, I mean, all the Bowser levels are hard. Like, if you count the red coins in there. Like, I remember, for the ending boxes in Bowser 1 were really hard when I first did this, and, for Bowser 2, the part, like, before the shell section was pretty hard too, with all the elevators. But then elevator patch happened and it wasn't hard anymore. So Mop just got secrets, and for that star there's actually a really interesting clip you can do when you're at the, like the, I don't want to say the top level, but in the area with all the blue coins. It's found you could like do a really fast like dive roll out on a steep slope, and then you can like clip out of like almost clip into out of bounds, except it's not out of bounds. But it's really hard and obscure, and I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So, but Dargos did make a task of it. It's just unlisted. And if you haven't noticed by now, your health drains twice as fast when you're in water. That was a change that happened after 1.0, and also after 1.0 there's no invincibility frames anymore. So you can just get like bodied over and over again and die that way.
I guess that's one of those ASM changes to the game that this game features. Along with, for example, the bombs that like instant kill you.
Which ones are those?
I can't remember the name of the level, but it was it the volcano level? I remember seeing some enemies or objects that like instantly kill you, or at least damage you by like 6 HP.
I know the bomb, like the bombs, their like blast has like an insane radius and it takes 4 damage now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I don't know about stuff that instantly kill you, but like I guess if you jump into like a stationary enemy that can constantly hurt you, since you don't have any damage frames anymore, they could just like kill you in basically one hit. I think the piano is like that if you jump into it by accident. So this is Metal Cap, there's no parallel cam, and Mario Cam is broken, so it's pretty fun. But first is the star that's hidden in that little block there. Usually the easy stars here are the ones like that are really hidden, or that ones you wouldn't normally find while just looking through. But yeah, this level isn't that hard. I'd say the only difficult thing is getting to start at the very top, since the camera is just not that great. This long jump, I don't know why he's doing a chain long jump when you can avoid it, but I guess he's trying to be safe here. But yeah, the jump back is pretty hard too, I guess. That's like the two main parts of this stage you have to worry about.
Mamma mia!
I guess it makes sense if he's playing on keyboard, but I don't know if he's playing on keyboard right now.
I believe he is.
Okay. So normally you're supposed to like do that whole climbing section from the bottom and then jump on top, which would basically take away all your metal cap, but you can just go on top of it and not run out. But you are gonna need to grab another one for you might have been able to see on the right there was all those like clock platforms and stuff. That's where the last star is.
So the chat said the minigoom is actually deal 6 HP of damage.
Oh yeah, they do. I forgot about that. You do not want to run into those. And there's the two places I can remember the most is there's a star in the slide where there's like a box in the ground and you have to ground pound it, but there's a ton of minigoombas there, so if you accidentally hit them, you're like almost dead.
Yeah.
And in the final Bowser level, there's right before the pipe, there's a flower bed, and there's a ton of mini Goombas you can't see, so you just kind of have to hope you don't hit them. But it's not that common that you'd hit them, so.
Well, that's just one of this game's hidden traps.
Yeah. One minor thing I've noticed for playing this over time is that a lot of the stars are in like boxes, like the stars like inside of like a coin box or something, and that just really slows down the game. So I wish he like wouldn't do that as much, because not only that, like it takes an extra 4 seconds around each time, but you can't see it from far away because the box is considered an object instead of it being like a red coin or a normal star where you can see it from anywhere. So that's another thing with this. A great thing about this update, though, is that the secrets are now visible, so that's great. Before, in most of the levels, they just weren't, and you had to basically guess whatever.
Yo, so this is version 1.1, right?
I think this is 1.1.1.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. Because there was a 1.0, which you would know what that is, because it didn't have the custom blue HUD. It just had like the normal one from vanilla. 1.1 has the health meter is like in the shape of a heart, and it like goes down. But in this one, actually, I think this is 1.2. That would make the most sense, because I can't remember which one at Elevator fixed. That was either 1.1 or that was 1.2. And the health meter is also a flower from Yoshi's Island, so. Besides that, I'm not really sure what else is different. And one more version change thing before I forget is that in 1.0, the entrance to course 12 is not blocked at all, and you can just like swim straight into it, but in all the other versions after that, there's like a block that's there if you don't have enough stars, and it goes away at around like 70 or 80 or something like that. I don't know the exact number. Along with the warps, yeah, along with the secrets being visible, the warps also have a sign in front of them usually, so that was a big change that needed to happen. And fix warps, of course. Who could forget? I don't know if Mopplop did... No, he didn't do course 5 yet because you need Vanish Cap for that. But you're gonna see he's gonna go through the maze backwards. And there's gonna be a pipe from where he started, because he's gonna... I mean, I guess you've seen that he spawned in a different location for different stars there. So once you get back to the beginning, once you get a star there in like 1.0, you would have to go through the maze all the way again, and you'd have to do that, I think, 6 times if you wanted to get all the stars. And if you died even once, you had to do it all again, but with this there's fixed warps, so there's not much to worry about. As far as the stars go here, he hasn't done the one with the clip yet, but this is like, that's one of the 2 more interesting stars here. And you can see elevator fix going into like full effect there, because of just how high he jumps on those elevators, so it doesn't eat the jump. But yeah, most of the... Actually, I'm not sure what route he's using, so he might not be doing all the swimming to get secrets in hundreds. But that was in the route at one point, so I'm not sure if he's doing that. And there's the clip right there. It's a really fast version of it where you just use the bob-omb. And the star's just right there. Also pretty important to note that most of that ground is quicksand, so you have to jump into the lava wall to ensure you get the star. But from the outside coming in. And there's also this star where you use the metal cap to go underneath the level. And then there's a whole like hidden entrance from there. And his movement doesn't really matter here because you have to wait for the switch. Because if you still have, or rather you have to wait for your metal cap to run out because you have to swim up onto these boxes. There's a clip for that star too. I'm pretty sure it's a BLJ, but it's a lot harder because you actually have to like BLJ and land on that star that's in a box. So it's a lot riskier because if you miss it, then you just go in the water and you have to swim all the way around. Oh, he's doing the BLJ for this. That's just to get on this level. Okay. So course 7. This is an intense level, but it's actually pretty fun. And the C-up slide at the beginning saves just a few seconds, but it looks really cool, so everyone's gonna do it. So yeah, I guess he's not getting secrets in hundreds. That was just a thing when I used to in this game, just because it was 2 easy stars. And this level has the toxic gas environment below that ramp, so that's why the hearts are there and all those coins are there. And you have to be pretty quick.
Here we go. Let's go.
I wonder if he's gonna do the clip into the wall for 1 star. Wow, that was cool movement for the boxes. He first tried went through both of them. That's just an abuse of the placement of the boxes and how they weren't exactly like put next to each other. But yeah, there's 1 star where you can long jump into the room with the star when normally you need to take a shell and do lava bounces up and hope you don't die. So I'm not sure if he's learned that strat yet or if he's going to use it, but it's definitely an option. And I think for that star that he used the trick where if you jump kick on the side of lava, if it's like on a vertical wall, you won't get burned, you'll just slowly descend to the bottom.
Hego.
So that helps if you're trying to make a jump like that and not get burned. Alright, I think he is going for it.
Hego.
Yep, there it is right there. No one knew that for a long time, but I don't even remember who found it, but someone just found that that wall it just doesn't exist and you can long jump right through it. Well, it does exist, but it's very weak. Like, if you have any amount of speed, you're gonna fall right through it.
Hego.
So yeah, reds and hundreds here are pretty fast. Most of the coins are going to come from a blue coin switch. That's going to come in handy later. And just the key to being fast during this is trying to see how many, like, trying to cut off as many heart spin cycles as possible. Because that just means backtracking to this one area that has the heart so that you don't die. And spamming jumps up there is, like, usually faster. That's world record for 110. I think it's around, like, 2 hours and 25 minutes or something. Something like that.
It's 2 hours and 10 minutes for this category.
I gotta mix up with the estimate, I think. Oh wow, yeah. That side foot wall kick is abusing the fact that up left on keyboard is not a true up left. So when you have parallel cam and you do a side flip like that, you can wall kick with like the best angle possible. Because for some reason it's just not set up right, and normally when you just like not have a wall kicking angle, you just barely have one. So that's a cool advantage to playing on keyboard.
Here we go.
Those are very fast reds and 100.
Here we go. Hego.
Last star. This one's probably the easiest though. You just have to find where it is. Did he fall down? He fell. Alright, rip. That's the commentator curse right there. But it's fine. It's only like 20 seconds.
Hego. Hego.
There we go.
Here we go. Hego.
Oh, looks like I was wrong. He is doing secrets. It was just after the that other level, so he could get that one on top, and then I guess once he's done with this star, he can just exit. That makes sense. Sorry, it's been a while since I ran this game. I think towards the later half, though, the routing is just pretty much going to be the same. And all these secrets are like hidden in places where, I don't know, you just like wouldn't think they'd be there in simple terms. Like where there's a slightly different colored hole in the wall or something. The ones in clams are pretty obvious, but finding the rest is like, good luck. Mopplopmopplop has the world record. This record's been traded off quite a bit though, between Me, him, and Lynn Crash. So yeah, it looks like hundreds is happening here too. There's also another blue coin switch that gives you a ton of coins in here. And then there's a 10 coin box, but other than that and the like the 8 coin rings, you're kind of like scarce on coins, and like you usually have to kill a bomb or two. You might be noticing there's a ton of bowling balls going down there, and that is not good for this game, like for its memory. So you have to do this like really fast, otherwise too many object slots like fill up and then your game just crashes. Which is why normally you do it before Core 7, because Core 7 is actually what causes the level to like mess up like that and has them spawn in the wrong way. And since this is an earlier hack, it's what also makes the Cooper race break and all that fun stuff. So yeah, 100 coins done. I think the closest I've had it while doing this route where the bowling balls are there is I went a bit slow and then my HUD disappeared and my game was lagging like crazy, but I was still able to get the star. Eventually gotta.
Here we go!
Back to course 1, just to finish it up now that we have wing cap. Not getting this golden throne star is just a preference. You can actually get on star 1 if you just clip with the bomb in there.
Here we go!
For doing full game runs, like in a marathon it wouldn't really matter because you're not going to reset, but when doing just attempts, you probably just want to only get 3 stars from here, because that's what you need to get into course 2. And this level is like fairly easy and there's not much you can mess up in it, so it's better just to try and get the hard stuff out of the way first, so that you're not wasting your time here, only to lose the run somewhere else. And yeah, a sort of new 100 coin route that implements the maze coins in there. Just a lot of Chuckies up here. I think there's a route at one point we just skipped one, but getting maze coins is faster. there's red coin on that pillar, like on the opposite side of the star, it's pretty important that you don't get your 100 coin star there. Or if you do, just be careful because it's really easy to soft lock on the little edge below because Mario's just gonna keep trying to climb the ledge and it's not gonna happen because there's nothing to climb on. So that'd be the end of your run. Yeah, I was talking mad smack for deleting all his YouTube videos.
Here we go! Here we go! Let's go!
Do you still have his TD Reds video, Marv? Is that a thing? Well, for this star, you have to follow coins that only load when you're close to them. And take a nice sharp right turn for the third coin, so that's fun. But once you know what you're doing, or you've given up and looking up a walkthrough, then you're fine, because otherwise it's an easy star. And big ground pound to the star.
Here we go!
So finally up to Overworld 2. If I'm not mistaken, I think the requirement for that door is actually 40 stars, so there's not much leniency to be had. Although Course 5 was not done yet, so if you did that, you'd have 6 more stars of leniency because of a Vanish Cap star. Which is where we are right now. This is actually a really cool level. It only has 2 stars, and I wish it had more, but there's nice hidden stuff for the secrets and all that. I also like the music here too, so that's a plus. These are one of the places that doesn't indicate the secrets with anything, because that would just give it away, I guess. And most of them are in corners or at the very top of things, so... Coins are definitely easier to find here.
Here we go!
So now that the Vanish Cap's collected, pretty sure gotten isn't a real word, going to just make up all the places where we didn't have Vanish Cap before. And just other stars in general. This whole time I was watching the run without audio. Because I forgot I could. Coins here are very easy. This is one of the levels where it's lenient on coins. With yet another big blue coin switch. Mop really went for that one coin box. I mean, the coin count did work out, but the fact that there's even a one coin box there is pretty funny.
Here we go! Here we go!
Oh, am I commentating like ahead of the game? That's a new one. Normally I'm behind when doing stuff like this because of stream delay. Another easy star incoming, just one that's hidden in the wall.
Here we go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yet another coin star. I'm assuming he's gonna combine this with red coins. Just because he hasn't gotten any secrets so far. And most of them are in the air anyway. Who would have guessed? Another blue coin switch. It's nice that those exist, but becoming a common theme. So yeah. So yeah, reds in ice water that drains your health even faster than normal is it's pretty scary if you don't know what you're doing. But you should have this under control. And at some point, we're gonna get a metal cap, so we won't be taking any damage from that. And this metal cap's actually how we're gonna get out of here, so. The metal cap animation is the swimming one.
Here we go!
Even though you're supposedly made out of metal, it's pretty good. And if you jump on the first frame you can into that 100 coin star as the red coin animation's playing, you'll get a pretty interesting result. And I'm not even sure how to describe it, but it just tries to do both at the same time and it can't, so you get like stuck in one.
Let's go!
So now it's just the journey back to the start of the level from where one of the star locations was. At first I thought this was like a really hard like thing to figure out, but surprisingly most of it is just like linear stuff. And you can recognize like landmarks and stuff. Like coin locations, pipe locations, other stars and stuff like that. So now that we're here, this level's like pretty good. How many boos did he kill at once there? I wonder if anyone can even keep count. Yeah, that's a lot of text boxes. But for this boost star, you actually... This is like, I think this is the only star where you can get the 100 coins on. So, it makes for a very quick star. Because it's just kill everything and then get to the blue coin switch outside of the Coliseum. And a 60 coins blue coin switch is... It's quite the something. But I guess it's kind of what like had to be done since there's almost like no other coins in this level whatsoever just because of how like small it is. There's not many places to put it.
Go.
And now we get to kill a big eyeball.
Go.
If it ever locks onto us. I guess the only thing you do have invincibility damage from, or like recovery frames, are the amps. I guess that's just so that they wouldn't like shock you in one place and then they just like basically like one hit kill you for your day.
Go. Go.
One thing that's good about the fixed warps thing is that not only do you get all of these Coliseum stars like in one trip, like you don't ever have to go back, but there's also a star in the maze itself that's basically right next to where you are, because that is also an objective, so it's a good 8 stars.
Here we go. Go.
This is another star. Well, I think actually almost every star in here is star specific, except for like the last one. But in this mission, the red coins only appear on this act, so. And most of them are on top of the structure. And then the other half are just down at the bottom in places. Like either on a tree or hidden in a wall or something. I guess that box there that went up to the top, you don't need a... That's not star specific, I don't think. But I think the star after this, you need a warp to appear that was inside that wall, so... Star specific thing's cool.
Here we go. Go. Go.
This is making me want to run this game again. It's been like 2 years or something. But yeah, I'm sure as soon as I see the hard levels, I'll regret my thinking. Since we went fast, we don't get to see that downward, but if you get the star right before the boxes run out, then land on one, and then they all disappear, you warp way down to the bottom. It is possible to side flip wall kick out of here, by the way, but I think you need a second frame for a low speed first frame thing. So here's the Vanish Cap Star, which just involves a lot of blind jumps and being able to recognize different patterns in the floor, because most of them there are just empty holes that you're gonna fall down. And then if that wasn't enough, in this next section, you have to find secrets on letters, and some of them are just fake and you fall through them. But if you know that all of them spell out Bowser, then you're good, because all those work. And then the S is the work.
Here we go! Let's go!
There we go. Done with that whole level. That whole bed.
Here we go!
And now we're more than halfway done. Kaze streaming during our event? How dare he? Tell him to stop it. So anyways, here's Chorus 8. It's pretty bad, because there's fog. Which I guess is supposed to be like the sand in your eyes, because this is a desert thing. But so much stuff is quicksand. And you instantly start on a Kaizo trap where you need Vanish Cap to just even play the level at all. And the first triple jump you have to land on this really tiny platform. So it's understandable that deaths are happening here.
Mamma mia!
There we go.
Let's go!
Never mind.
Mamma mia!
I didn't really like this level. I liked like 3 stars here, and the rest were just not my thing. Mostly because
Let's go!
there's a path you have to follow, like before you open the cannon, where you have to go through like a thing of quicksand, but a certain part of it isn't. But even if you follow it, sometimes you just die because I guess it was done like a bit incorrect. So these were 2 stars I did like though, that are in this area. If there wasn't a skip for star 1, I don't think I'd like it as much. But I think Mop is going for it like without the major skip, or the easier one. This is definitely faster though. And he got it. That's nice. I think what you're meant to do is climb on the bottom of it, and you put all that fire up there to like try and prevent you from skipping all that, but you can do that.
Here we go!
And if he goes for this next star that I'm thinking of, where you climb to the top with all these boxes, then I'll explain the other way you can get that star.
Let's go!
Even though you can't see, this is probably still the easier star here. Once you figure out how like the boxes work and that you can just double jump up to everything if you wanted to. So with these boxes, the first one just doing a double jump ledge grab is like kind of easy. And on the second to last box, you can go at like an upright angle, and if you do a chain long jump and just hold forward all the way down, you're gonna land in that same area that had the first star. So that's one way to cheese that. I don't think this route gets any more than 3 stars here, if I'm not mistaken.
Hegel.
Could I briefly explain my experience running this game? I don't know. I don't even know why I started running this game, really. Well, I guess it started off, no one had done any runs of this before. This was like 2016, I think. It might have been like, yeah, I think it had to have been 2016 or like very late 2015. I did a 110 star run of this, and it took like almost 9 hours, I think. I got an 8-hour time or something, which was, I mean, it was impressive just because it was the first one done, but other than that, the run was like pretty bad because I spent like 3 hours in Bowser 3 and around 2 hours in Bowser 2. So that was like a massive area for improvement. It's just like no one was like that good back then. Anyways, for this star, you have to just assume that there's gonna be a slope thing above that one random area. And yeah, so I guess he is getting 4 stars here. We got this one. Will I commentate SR5? I don't know when that is, but probably not. I don't know that much. I know I've beaten the game, but not speedrun wise, I don't know that much. So yeah, anyways, after that, I improved it to like a 5-hour thing. And I felt a bit better about that. Because my death counter was probably below the hundreds. And I don't even remember who ran this first, if it was Mop or Crash who gave me competition. I know Cartoon even ran this at one point, but I'm not sure if he ever had record. So yeah, I do like this game a lot. I just think like when you're under a ton of pressure speedrunning it and stuff, it becomes a lot less fun because you just have to like not die to the dumb things that can happen. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe my experience running this. I guess it's been too long. But I guess overall I liked it. I did find a lot of the strats for certain stars, mostly like in the late game. But yeah.
Here we go.
Have I made peace with Mop? I think we only used to argue about like really dumb things in 2015 when we were both young little children. But I don't even remember why we were like, I don't even want to say we're mad at each other, we just like constantly argued in Twitch chats for some reason. Yeah, as far as I know, we're on good terms unless he still hates me for some reason. Speedrunning it for fun. No. Depends how you look at it. Oh yeah, this King Womp fight is pretty good. he just put like 10,000 amps here and just like, okay, this is really easy, so let's delay it as much as possible. I mean casual, like, I guess blind casual would be bad, but if you know where all the stuff is, then it's like nice to just go slow. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. We'll see later that the Wiggler fight is the same way. Just a ton of amps spammed everywhere. So for this star, you really have two options, but I think it was only intended to be one. I think you were supposed to grab the vanish cap and go through the left side of that wall that's apparently a vanish wall. And then you can just go around and get the star that way. I mean, you can also firsty across, but there's no way that's RTA viable, so... Doing these two wall kicks up already saves a lot of time from, like, I think it's using the cannon to, like, shoot over here. Or go on top of the giant pillars and then dropping down. Uh-oh. Just a bit low on that cannon shot. I really do like the position of this star, though. I think one of the reasons why I like this hack is just because of how stuff was hidden, and it was like a difficulty hack, so... I don't know. Felt rewarding when you got stars and found stuff. There's also many levels inside of levels, so that also takes part. Oh, dive and burn this star. But first of all, is he gonna go for this or the other one? It's up in the sky. Alright, probably the one that's up in the sky. That was really close to just falling. I forget what these like stars are called. I'm gonna feel like a dumb idiot when I actually see the star name, but this is the second version of it where you just do a bunch of parkour stuff. And yeah, rip, he got hit by him. He hit a wall. I was gonna say invisible wall, but the wall is like there. It's just like all black, so you can't really see it. Where is this dude going? I keep thinking of jumping parkour, but I know that's not it because it's the one in Extreme Edition. Oh, is this Alone in the Dark and Alone in the Dark 2? That would make a lot of sense. That was one of the star names I really liked when I played this. but there are other cool ones too. So this last pole is really like infuriating if you don't know what you're doing, because it's not just out in the open. There's like a small like square box of a window that you have to jump through, because the rest of it is just black walls. But if you jump from the middle and hold A, I think that's how you get through. I think that's the setup.
Here we go! Let's go! Let's go!
It's reds and hundreds time. I guess while this is all going on, I was gonna say that for the star that involves like the water and fire on 2 different levels, like you'll see it like later on, but I found a strat that was like slower, I think, where you could use a wing cap to go to that star that was like across the long hallway. But you go through the bottom and clip out, and then you're just like out in like out of bounds land, and you could fly up into where the star is. But I think it's just faster to go the normal way, considering it's in the door that's like right over, like to the right of that opening. This level's also lenient on coins. Oh, is he just doing hundreds with this star then? Yeah, it looks like it if he's going all this way. I'm so out of it with the routing stuff, but I can see why this is like fat. Before the wing cat ran out too.
Let's go! Let's go!
Bowser 2 is also in this level, which is what he's going to next. You have to climb these really annoying staircases because there's a ceiling right above you, so you have to just take it one jump at a time. Although towards the top they start going higher up. I think you need 60 something stars to get in here, so. And there's 3 stars in here, but with how the routing's been going so far, I guess I can't tell which one he's gonna get. I know he's getting at least 2 though. That's what I know. Because there's a fast one and then there's red coins, so. So good. Good day.
Let's go! Mamma mia!
Do we have a BLJ going here? Oh, we do. Normally you have to use boxes to go across all that, but if you're just barely on that corner, you won't get squished and you can do that, which is a smart move. So upcoming here is the first quick star, as shown by the arrows. You can go up here and there's a star. Once again, as I've stated before, I wish a lot of these stars were not in boxes, because you could do a lot cooler movement to get them, instead of ending with a ground pound each time.
Let's go.
There's a cannon star here too, but I'm not sure if he's gonna go get that. Oh, if he's getting reds now, then probably not. Because reds keeps you in the level. And so you just get the star and then go straight to the fight. So yeah, this stage was very tricky if you like don't know how things work, like how objects move and all that stuff. Especially when there was no elevator patch, this jump was like ridiculous. And even still you died to it. So imagine that plus you don't get a jump like out of it because your elevator ate it.
Let's go. Mamma mia.
I like how I'm getting tired and it's only like not even 2 p.m. The timing for avoiding both the bullet bills and the fire there is just like really precise. So Mop has like his own setup where I guess you just jump straight to it, but the old way of doing it is you jump over all the bullet bills and then once they pass, then you go past that. Here comes this fun part where before it was known you could grab this edge here, you'd have to wait for like an eternity for like the thwomps to be up at the right time for you. And even still, that corner edge grab is pretty hard because you could get like downwards, you could grab the lava instead. You could get squished and then therefore put into the quicksand. So, it's not fun. Here comes the big elevator part. That is now a lot easier. Mostly because of that long jump right there. How you get like insane height from it. I like that movement for that coin. Because you'd always worry about like falling down or bonking the wall and then falling down after getting it. Once you're past here though, you're pretty much in the clear unless you like get hit by fire or something. Which I guess is quite possible considering the jumping flames exist in this area, but I haven't seen anyone get hit by those in like forever. And even if you break your shell at this part, you can still long jump and double lava bounce to the end and not die. But it's more safe to just get the shell over there. Alright, second Bowser fight. This one is even easier than the first, and you'll see why. Also, the platform is mostly under lava, so. There's the bomb right there. I guess it's harder to find, but there are two on each side, and once you find it, it's just really easy. Alright, now that that's done with, I think next on the agenda is go back to course 9 and get those stars, go to the slide and get those stars, and then maybe course 11, if I had to guess. Oh, and then the church level as well. It's another one. Like I said, many levels in levels. Let's get churches first. And I'm not really sure why the key animation plays there. You might actually need the key to get there, but the key's main purpose is to get to Overworld 3, so. There's a nice overhead pole skip. Yeah, hopefully he does the BLJ that I found here.
Here we go! Let's go!
Okay, so you do need the key. I mean, yeah, if the animation played, then that makes sense. This is one of the few levels that has 7 stars, I believe. Considering this is a 140 star hack. Or I should say secret levels, because, you know, all main levels have 7 stars. That is an interesting way to get to that platform. Okay. This ending is very tricky, by the way. It doesn't... I mean, maybe this last jump is gonna look... Okay, wow, yeah. I never even, like, grabbed that platform when I did that. I would always wall kick off the back and then grab the star that way. But yeah, depth perception is, like, way off. Or way more off than what you think it is at that part, so... It takes some practice. Also, there it makes sense to have a star in a box, because it actually adds to the difficulty. You can't just, like, jump straight into it. I really like this level. As I do like many of the levels in this game, but this is a good one. You know, this hack would be so much more reputable if it just didn't have that gigantic Course 2 maze at like the very start of the game. Alright, one more jump. Nice. That last wall kick is interesting, because I think if you get a first frame, it's definitely over, but if you get like a 5th frame wall kick, then I don't think you have enough height.
Here we go! Let's go!
Alright, yeah, here's the BLJ. Will he get it? There we go, okay. This is a bit where he's gonna like fly out. but nope. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, at least you get to see the BLJ again. But yeah, putting a chuck in a nice tiny platform like that is very kind of the creator. Alright, cool. Got it a second time. You can actually BLJ into the room with the pipe, but that requires better positioning, and it's like only a few seconds faster, so it doesn't matter as long as you just get it. And since you get a bigger long jump there with the elevator patch, you can just not even wait for it to go all the way up to the top. And after a hidden hole in the ground, we're in there. I think, yeah, the only star that's not going to be collected in this level is the red coins, just because they're really long. And one of the harder stars in this game, so it's pretty easy to die to. Although weirdly enough, when you get the red coin star, it doesn't take you out of the level, and I never really understood why that was so. Because I thought that was only a thing for Bowser levels, but all the Bowser levels already exist, and they already do that, so... Gonna do a quick triple jump wall kick to get in that painting.
Here we go! Let's go! Here we go!
The ones that don't take you to the level are special objects. I guess you used it here. Huh. It's weird.
Let's go!
Hidden warp down here. And then you get your checkerboard star.
Here we go!
Alright. This star is pretty easy to find, honestly. This above floor wall kick thing isn't that hidden, so. I don't know, Pluto. Aggie keeps telling me that Mop is in fact a woman. She goes to like a college that he used to like live around or something, but I honestly have no idea how true any of that is. It could be a complete lie. I've probably been saying he the whole time anyways, so you know. Just gonna assume everyone's a guy. There's no girl gamers in this vicinity. That was a nice bonk. So for reds, you normally go here last. Just because the star spawn is in there and it's behind a vanish wall. It's nice that those floating books actually give you 5 coins. Even though they don't even look like 5-coin enemies. I'd also like to mention that for a while, like, I don't even think it was known that you could jump on the back of, which ones are those? Womps? Yeah. And get their coins that way. At least, I don't know. I didn't know for a while. So it was just like, routing was weird because you had even less coins than normal. I'm not really sure when that information, like, basically was widespread and then everyone knew it at that point. So this checkerboard is nice because most of it's invisible. Yeah, looks like Zatar attack stuff's after this, so let's look forward to that. I'm hesitant to like confirm anything though, just because of how the schedule's like changed mid-marathon even. This star is really annoying, but keyboard players have the advantage here again because you have that like tiny bit of ground to get a full speed long jump going. And you can't see either, so you just have to like assume the other side is there. But keyboard players start off, they're running at like full speed, so I can just do that. Still a pretty tricky jump though. It doesn't even feel that hard, but you're gonna end up dying to that. Can I get a sour please in chat for this music? If you could not tell, this is the slide. This is one of my favorite levels too. Yeah, I don't know what the source of this music is either, but it's pretty good. Now the strat here is that you actually want to delay the slide timer to 14 seconds so that you don't get the star and you don't have to sit through the animation again. So we only get to go fast one time. This is circus music. I mean, yeah, but pretty banging. And the idea with that star is that there's a ton of fake doors that just lead to death. And one that leads to a bomb and one that leads to a red coin. But the one that has the star in it, it's indicated by the pillars at the start of the level. It has that weird smiley face looking symbol on it. So that's how you would know which is the right one. Oh, and there's one with a 1-up too. I can only think of like 3 1-up locations in this entire game. Like 3 or 4. But I think it's most likely just 3. There's one here, there's one in Limbo, and there's one in Course 11, so. This cannon shot, I think, is amazing. You shoot through a hole in the ceiling. Now here comes the fun part. Doing blind wall kicks between two walls you can't see. Oh, rip, you're dead. The other, well, I guess you can see the wall with the arrow on it, but the other ones, like, you just have to memorize the timing. I wonder if you could not take damage there. I've never seen anybody avoid that, but yeah. This was another star that felt impossible when I first started playing, but then it just got easier once I got better at the game. Oh no! He's dead. Oh my god. That's another reason why the stars should not be in boxes. Because that can happen. I'm very anti-box. I was getting a little low on lives. I mean, you only start out with like 2 in this game, so the only ones you really accumulate are the ones you get from 100 coin stars, since you're not going out of your way to get like the 3 1-ups in this game. Maybe he's gonna take it a bit slow, not kick the box this time. There we go. I think next we're gonna get to the Bowser warp stars, because I can't think of any more that are on this path that we didn't get already. Getting 15 seconds on the timer just to flex, and bonking into the warp to even get a bigger flex. So yeah, now we're in this area. Uh-oh. Alright, backup. The backup is to do this BLJ, which will like 100% every time skip the vanish cap for this star and just get you straight to where the pipe is. And now we're going to do a second BLJ here, which hopefully I've done right. Yep, there it is. Okay. It skips everything that used to be hard about that star. That star's like a joke now. You couldn't even really see it, but there was like boxes that were like almost completely submerged in quicksand, and you have to jump on like the tiny like edges and like pointed sides of them to get across, and it's just like a disaster. There's also fire coming out through the bottom too. There's your 14.0 Minty. I am participating in this marathon. I'm doing a... Well, I already did the single star tournament thing. Oh, rip the strat. But, I'm doing my own Shining Stars 121 star run, and I'm probably participating in SM64 Millionaire. Hey, would you look at that? I'm getting a call from Culver City, California. Let's decline on that real quick. I don't even know what happened on stream because I was looking at the thing. Oh, I think he died. He's at 0 lives. That would make sense. I'm not even sure how this strat works, honestly. I've never seen it done before. The, like, lava bounce skip type of thing that he's attempting. Well, I guess not anymore, because, you know, eventually you gotta give up strats that don't work. At least for the time being. Ooh, I got a voicemail from them. Hello, would you like our scam? Please? So anyway, he did in fact get the star, and I think there's only one more left. Let's do this painting right here. And yeah, this is the area with the hidden box and mini Goombas everywhere, so you do not want to get hit by those mini Goombas. Okay, nice. Right in the box. Almost all these reds are on top of trees. There's one in a randomly hidden hole though. It's under a bridge, next to the door. Inside the switch room, all that fun stuff. And I got bodied right there. Not sure why there's a big piranha plant there when there's no star, but you know, I guess it's just one of those creative design points. Hey, one thing I guess I didn't mention is how all those levels, like in that one painting, are named Bowser's Castle, and then I think it's 1 through 6. So, anyways, here's one of my least favorite levels in the game. I only enjoyed like 1 star here, and the rest were just, well, I guess star 2 counts too, but intended way I hated it. But then I found this BLJ, and now the star's like a billion times easier because you go like straight to the top. Beautifully executed. But secrets, reds and hundreds here, just no thanks. It's not even reds actually, because reds are kind of cool because you climb up through a well that has all the coins in it, but it was secrets, hundreds, and star 5, which none of those will be in this run, so they're just like really long and difficult stars. What do you mean, have I tried that camera? First of all, the start thing we have to bounce on 2 coins in order to even survive, that's like cool for like a few times, but then once you're actually like losing at times to it because it's like random lava bouncing difficulty, then it's not fun anymore. The camera in the Reds pit. Well, I mean, you can just use Lakitu. I don't know, I like never had that much difficulty with that star, but I know other people did. But yeah, since the well is considered a toxic gas area, the camera like doesn't work in Mario Cam, so you have to use Lakitu, and that only gets you so far. I'm sure with Parallel would be like a really fun star. Because there are some jumps where you just like can't see, but if you know what you're doing, then you're good. I mean, it's not Parallel Lakitu, but it's not that bad, like, compared to what it could have been, so. Nice. I really hated that triple jump as well, so it's insanely precise. I can't really blame Mop for anything he's failing to here, because I've done everything the same and more, so. The idea of Star 5 is cool, it was just like way too hard and annoying to pull off. Star 5 is the one with the... You climb like a certain part of the level and you have to like take a wing cap and fly like under some structure and then go back up and get the star that way. It's really hard to explain without like a visual, but there's a lot of bounces incoming. Oh boy. I didn't even remember there were 2 coins on top of here. This stage is definitely more difficult than Course 8. The only difficult thing in Course 8 that took a while when I did this was Reds and Hundreds. So. Besides that, it was like annoying, but it wasn't impossible.
Here we go!
There is one easy star here, and it involves just doing a metal cap trip.
Let's go!
Is this the well that's happening right now? It is. Okay. So yeah. Fun toxic gas situation. This is some quick side flips. Yeah, there's 2 places in here where you want a wall kick. And I think we're approaching the first one soon. Yeah. Okay. It's right before the 7th wall kick. And then one right after that. Oh, he didn't even wall kick there. Interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I always just turned the camera once and did a forward-facing wall kick there. And now I think we're going to see a BLJ into the star. Hopefully it doesn't BLJ out of bounds somehow, because I know that can happen. Alright, good. Nice. That was spicy.
Here we go!
You only get 2 stars here. I can see how it's worth it to get 3. Like the metal cap and star 2 are obvious ones, but then star 1
Let's go!
is another contender. And I guess if I would get red coins too, so that makes 4. If I ever ran this game, I'd get 4 here. So here's the easy star. That was a cool double long jump for movement. This area is also nice looking. $90 stars.
Here we go!
Yeah, in this hack 0 star is possible, but you don't skip like anything with a BLJ, so it would not make sense to ban it.
Let's go!
Save the sour please for later, we gotta go to course 13 first.
Let's go!
And we go to course 13 first, just because in routing it makes more sense. Because once we're done with all the stars here, we're still going to be in course 12, so it's better to just get the secret star after. Where is this regular going? Nice ground pound.
Let's go.
I'm not sure if you can consider the quicksand ledge grab thing a glitch just because it could never be applied in the original game. It was only a thing once ROM hacks came around. Because there was never a flat, grabbable surface that had quicksand on it in the original game. Here's the fun part of this level. Climbing this level like 3 times if you want to get all the stars. The platforms just keep getting smaller once you get to the top. I really like that wall kick. That you can get up to the top. I will take credit for that. But yeah, I don't know if reds and hundreds are in this route still. You can basically QSLG for Lakitu skip. I mean, I guess, but does that really count? Since the only... I mean, like, you don't die, you just, like, talk to an NPC. So this is another fun one, doing shell surfing in these tiny brick buildings.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow. I actually did not know about that strat at all. That's really cool. I knew you could do that with the trees in this game, but I didn't think there was like a way to apply that besides Zero Star.
Here we go. Let's go.
Wow. I honestly don't know what to say about that. That's just really creative. And I don't know who found that.
Let's go.
Alright, looks like we're going for a second climb to get the cloud star. I mean, I'm not sure how much of a cloud it really is, because it's like solid, so it could more be like a frozen cloud type thing. Or just frozen ice. I don't know. There's not much lore in this game. The most lore this game has is when you don't have key 1 and you try and talk to the door. It's like Luigi trying to go to the bathroom or something. I didn't really understand it that much. So there's this tiny hole and then a nice box right up there. And I think Mop went fast enough to where we're not going to see a downward. Yeah, rip. He's a speedrunner.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, why is Kaze trying to make a living right now? There is an event taking place. So, yeah, hundreds are still in this route, that's cool. This is one of the few 100 coin things I like. Just because most of it was like from the top of the level. And there wasn't that many like hard jumps that weren't already in other stars. So... Yeah, there's course 15 star 2 in this round. I know that for a fact, just because that's the easiest starts in course 15. It's always been in the route. I don't know if he's going to go to that secret level in course 15 though, because there is a way you can get in without, I think it's like 120 stars or something that's required. If you just go in through the back door, there's no star requirement there, but you can only get 1 star. And that one was pretty fast, so I don't know how that's going to go. Okay, so he is gonna get the water star, that's pretty cool. It's a good mini showcase of that level. And now here's the level with the good music. For now it's just secrets, which is a pretty basic star. The only one that's like different from the normal path is the one that's by course 13, so. Otherwise, it's just platform and stuff here. Hello, Galactic. Did Andrew win the tournament? Not to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but he didn't win, but he got to round 2, which was his goal apparently, so that's nice. Yeah, I like this level for the most part. Reds and hundreds are pretty annoying though. Never saw much appeal in it. The star on top of the snowman was also pretty difficult. For 2 of these stars you can actually use this fly guy to just skip over. And yeah, you're normally supposed to use the cannon to get over here, and it's a pretty precise shot. But you can just go and fly all the way over here just because it's such a massive like area. And you can't skip it for reds though, because there's a red coin at the entrance for this area. And it's like way on the other side, so. Thankfully there's 2 boxes there, so you can triple jump dive that. That's a neat side flip. I don't remember that. That seems way easier than other ways of doing it. And we're gonna end with a double wall kick here. Nice.
Here we go! Let's go!
So yeah, same thing as before, but it's better to do these first and have the snowman's head top thing as a backup star just in case Fly Guy wants to come down or do some weird RNG thing where you can't get to him. So wow, that was close. So here, I don't know how you would ever find this, but there's a hidden ledge right up here if you do some crazy wall kicks. And it'll lead you to that star. Two more here, I think. The 2 snowman stars. Alright. What will it be first, the BLJ or the top? Alright, we're going to the top again. Hot forward side flip. Alright, here's the fun part. Slippery ground with wind on top of that. And small platforms too. At least it's not on this one where you need the side flip or a double jump kick in this case. Some fresh movement. But here you need a triple jump wall kick on there. And my god, it's that precise. But there's another one we can do to skip moving this box like a million years away. And there it is right there. I kind of feel like not saying that I found this skip, I found that skip, because it's starting to sound like repetitive even to me. Yeah, upcoming is a pretty neat BLJ. If you do it fast enough, you just barely have enough speed to get in there. Well, maybe not barely, but if you do it slow, you're not going to get in there, is basically what I'm trying to say. You need to mash at a decent speed. An underwater ice maze, everyone's favorite thing to do blind. At least there's coins, but my god, why would you ever do this to someone? Alright. Cool stuff. Alright. Now one of the only Toad stars in the game. And use a nice frame walking strat to get up there. And since he's playing on keyboard, there's not even any sort of argument that can be made about this being done. So, yeah. Frame walking is allowed though, even if you're on controller, just because for ROM hacks like keyboard players exist, so it's to even that out a little bit. Okay, course 14 is next, and it's pretty easy, honestly. It just involves a lot of climbing, so it should be fine. And as for routing, from what I can tell, he's gonna get 5 stars here, and then the Limbo star, and then the Water Secret star to finish it off. Because that equals 110. .206 cheaters are bugging me. Keyboard set it for 206 is 100% cheating. They should all be banned from the leaderboards and life in general for cheating like that. Mop, what's going on? Loading the splice. Please don't. This first is pretty nice. At least there's an indication that that's a vanish wall right there. Is this Mop's voice? No, it's mine. Twitch.tv/spaceman64. I've always tried to find a BLJ for this stage. I was about to try and pronounce it, but I know that wouldn't have gone well because it's like Yid Gristle or something. But yeah, you can like BLJ on the inside of the trees and stuff, but it doesn't seem to lead you anywhere. The main place I was trying to find to go would be to the end of the quiz house that's in this level, but I just couldn't find anything. But that's not saying that it's not still possible to find something. Another vanish wall star. Is that really a type of tree? The name in itself, I feel like it wouldn't make sense any other way, unless it was in a different language. It's something in mythology, yeah. This game has very edgy content. This game is rated 13+. If your name is Pluto SM64, please leave the stream. Too young. My dad's having a good laugh in there. I wonder what's so goddamn funny. If you couldn't hear him already, that's the nail in the coffin. Here's an interesting star that's honestly like really hard for no reason. And just because of the last jump to the star. You cannot grab the sides of that, so you have to land right on it.
Here we go.
Earth low-key fit. I wonder if Mop's gonna survive on this one life.
Let's go.
Oh, BLJ hiccup? Okay, yeah, but doesn't skip everything. It skips a small portion, but it's still cool. Oh, here's usernames always trying to start an argument with me. Okay. It's considered edgy because it's a joke. Also, I don't know how old the creator of this game was when he made this. I still don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Here we go.
I just say Apias because it's easier, but it has like it has 4 vowels in a row. So, good luck, basically.
Let's go.
So here's this fun quiz. Yeah, look, there's his name right there. It's like APIOUES or whatever. It's like, what even? At least it's not a long quiz, but you know. From what I remember when I actually like did the star without just memorizing it, the questions weren't that bad, so. Yeah, he died too many times for world record, but he's staying on a decent pace, I gotta say. He's only 2 stars behind in a Bowser fight, I guess. The dark have eyes. We're not getting that started though. You gotta wait for the 140 run. You can actually BLJ on that staircase as seen before, but it's only a little bit faster to get to, you know, the door area, just because it's so much like running and stuff. So for some reason, if you go through the back door, there's a different area entirely, and it's not blocked by any star count of anything, so you can just go to it. For what this started out as, the record in this game is like actually insane at this point. It just like, you basically can't die like any more than like twice. I'm not really sure what happened at the beginning of the run because I came in after Bowser won, but from what I saw, he only died like a few times. Or maybe even more than a few if he had like 6 lives and now he's down to 0, but still. And now the only good star in Limbo, the box star. And you don't even have to break the box, you just grab the side of it. Hey Link Crash. That was a run. Well, from a viewer's perspective, it's pretty hot, so. A few deaths here and there, but that's kind of expected. Also, ignore that I'm eating something right now. Oh, game over, right?
Game over. Okie dokie.
No, he had plenty of deaths before. He was on 6 lives at one point, and he went down to 0 in one area, so I wish I could remember what area that was, but he did die a few times. Mom? Stream? Oh, there it is. Okay. It went down for like a second. Is that just on my end, or is it like... Let me look at the other stream and see if it's lagging there too. Yeah, it froze there too. Okay. I reset my player, so I don't know. Okay, yeah. Fix itself. So I was gonna go for a BLJ here, but... Oh well, that was really bad positioning somehow. In order to get this, you need really good thwomp timing, and he got it right there. Alright, cool. There's a version of BLJ where you can go like all the way to the top, but that's just insanely precise, and it's probably TES only, so... Till the future, this is the best we've got. That Hifo jump is also really precise. There's a method where you do a backflip into it, but there's also that holding A method at a certain position, so it's more of a preference thing. Yeah, I don't know how he's mashing this good on keyboard, but he's doing it, so, you know. And that skips a lot of the level. Like, more than 2/3 of it, I'd say. Or just around 2/3, maybe, if it's... to make it a little less complicated. Alright. This Ken 218, I think? Although my stream timer is like way off from what I'm actually watching right now, so maybe 219 is more realistic. So this Bowser fight's pretty interesting because you can actually hit the bombs without revealing them. There's a bit of an oversight. You're supposed to have him jump on these platforms and get rid of the bomb, or yeah, get rid of the platforms to reveal the bombs, but you don't need to do that at all. Oh, and Bowser killed himself. Nice. Yeah, that can also happen. Yeah, get your discolored madness is out now. That's where this music is from. Tail grab abuse didn't work there. This was a bit off. Uh-oh, Mopplop is having some difficulty. I think he can save this though. Yeah, if he just like drops him like, right around. Oh no, is he gonna game over again? He better not. I mean, the first one wasn't even really his fault. He's got this though. Alright, we're in position again. Take it nice. Okay. One. Alright. Oh, bit of a missed throw. Monka S. The audio is also like really distorted on my end for some reason. It sounds like a broken trumpet playing the song. Oh no, he missed again. Buzzer throws are always the killer of like any run, I swear. Even if they're just normal. For some reason it's a skill you can like never perfect. Alright, well that is 2, so he just needs to have Bowser not kill himself and then, you know. Alright, good. He went down with the platform. That's what's supposed to happen there. He is in a very zoomed out camera right now. Spoilers? Oh my, I had a commentary for that. I'm not gonna spoil what happened. Ooh, that would've been bad if he did another coin throwing thing. Oh, oh, please. Alright, he's done it. Should I say they've done it? Nice. Fatal life to spare.
Thank you so much for playing my
Alright.
game.